Welcome back, guys, to the fifth video of our web scraping in Python series. In the earlier videos, we have seen how exactly a client and server interact, what is a response and what is the request. Now, in order to understand this better, we have to go through user agent. So what user agent is, a user agent actually takes your request, get it to the server and gets a response from the server and then actually render the results back to you. So it interprets the result coming from the server and then show you exactly how the response is. And we can see the response in HTML as codes and the other piece of codes coming back from the server, or we can see it as a full-fledged function involving HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So basically, when you make a request to your browser about reaching google.com, probably, that page actually comes up with fully loaded of JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, and looks very interactive and interesting. I show you practically how it is done. In another way, we can also write a script to get the response from the browser and see it as a text. So the piece of code which browser actually getting from the server. So that is also user agent. So user agent can be of different types in this case. Then I'll just write down what could be possibly. It could be a script. So we will write a script practically in this video about this. And it could be your browser also. It could be bot also if you are using bots to access the web. That could also be a user agent. There could be different type of user agent. So I'll write down few properties of user agent also so that you better understand it. First one is they initiate your request. So when I write www.google.com, they actually take my request to the server and let the server know that I want to access this website and then get their response from it. Then they interpret response. They interpret response and then render it also. So that's why we see a beautiful page coming up. I'll just show you how exactly that is done. So these are the two properties of basically user agents, and we are going to make user agents and understand how exactly we can fetch the data using web scraping. So this is why this concept is important. Let's go to my desktop now. So if I go to my desktop and I'll just use my browser and I'll write www.google.com. So you see this beautiful page coming out with CSS and JavaScript, and basically what it has been done is it has taken my request that I want to visit google.com, asked the server has sent back the response in terms of codes, and because I'm using a web browser, I see a very beautiful page. Now, what if I'm not using the web browser, but instead I am writing a script and I want to see the response coming as text? So to do that, I'll just go to my command prompt. So I have already installed Python on my computer. That's why I can actually use Python library. So I'll write pip install requests. So I'm using request library because I want to get the result from the server. And I have already installed this library. So it will say, yeah, the requirement already satisfied. Right. I just wanted to show you how exactly it is done. So if you are using it first time, you have to go to your command prompt and write pip install request. So next, what I'll do, I'll go to my code editor and create a script over there. So I'll go to new file. I'll take a Python file, and here I'm going to write import request. So this is used for getting the library we were just installing in CMD. Now I'll write response, then write request dot get. So basically, the response coming from the web browser, I'm asking this. The request which I'm making and the response coming, it should get that, fetch that result. Now I'll write https google.com, and then I am going to print that text which is coming as a response from the server. So I'll write response.text. Now I'm going to save this file and we are going to run this. So I'll save it on my desktop. And now, once we run this file, we'll see what exactly the output comes like. So see, if you see the terminal, we have got our response and that is coming via call. This is a user agent which is rendering back the result coming from the server as a piece of code because we have written the script like that. Similarly, when we were using browser, we were getting a very beautiful page because it was actually interpreting these codes and showing us how exactly they work and working behind the page. This is what exactly server is sending. So both are user agents. In this case, we have written the script to actually see that response coming back from the server as text file. And in the other way, we were actually looking at the CSS and JavaScript coming up all together, making a very beautiful page. That was web browser as a user agent. Here, script is working as a user agent. So, all right, I think that is all about the user agent. We'll talk more later if required in the upcoming videos. But that is all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.